Clinton was always on the move. Every day he woke up early, filled with energy, ready to tackle the tasks ahead. His life was a constant race, always pushing forward. He had big dreams. Dreams of building a successful business, traveling the world, and finally achieving the kind of freedom he had always wanted. But no matter how hard he worked, he could never quite shake the feeling that something was missing. Every day was about getting things done, crossing off to-do lists, and moving toward the next goal. He worked long hours, barely taking breaks. When his friends reached out, he told them, "Let's hang out soon." But he always found a reason to keep working. When his family called, he promised, "I'll call you back when I have a moment." But those moments never seemed to come. Clinton kept telling himself that he would enjoy life later, once he achieved his big goals. "When I get my business running smoothly, then I'll spend more time with the people I care about," he thought. "When I travel the world, I'll finally slow down." But as time went on, nothing changed. His life was filled with work, and all the things he had promised himself would come later never arrived. One evening, Clinton sat alone in his apartment. He had just finished another long day at work, his mind exhausted but still buzzing with the endless list of things to do. As he sat there, he absent-mindedly picked up his phone and started scrolling through old pictures. That's when he saw it, a photo of his parents laughing together on a family vacation. It was from a time when life seemed simpler. He hadn't seen them in years, not since their passing. He had been so focused on his work, his goals, that he hadn't spent nearly enough time with them when they were alive. Clinton's heart sank. He hadn't realized how much time had passed, how many moments had slipped through his fingers. All those years he had promised himself, "I'll make time for them later," and now it was too late. He hadn't called them often enough. He hadn't visited them enough. He had been so busy building his future that he had lost touch with his past, with the people who mattered most. The truth hit him hard. He had spent so much time thinking about the future, planning for the next big thing, that he had completely forgotten about the present. And now the people he loved were gone. The moments that could have been shared were lost forever. He had waited for tomorrow, but tomorrow had never come in the way he had imagined. The sadness that washed over Clinton was overwhelming. He sat there in silence, tears filling his eyes. He realized he couldn't get that time back. He couldn't undo the years he had missed. He had been chasing success, but in doing so, he had lost the chance to truly live. The next few days passed in a blur. Clinton still worked hard, but there was no joy in it anymore. His business was still growing, but it felt empty. He tried to reach out to his friends, but the distance between them seemed too wide. He looked at his phone, but every call he made to his family felt hollow. The realization that he had waited too long to connect with the people he cared about weighed heavily on him. He had always thought there was plenty of time. He thought he could make up for lost moments later, but he knew now that there were no guarantees, no promises that tomorrow would come the way he expected. He had learned the hard way that time doesn't wait for anyone, and once it's gone, it's gone. Days turned into weeks, and Clinton slowly started to shift his focus, but the sadness remained. He had learned the painful truth that no amount of success could bring back the lost time. The only thing he could do now was try to be present in the moments that remained. He called his remaining family members, telling them he loved them, even though it felt too little, too late. He reached out to his friends, trying to reconnect, but the distance between them felt like a reminder of all the time he had let slip away. And as Clinton sat one afternoon, looking at the empty space around him, he felt the weight of his decisions. He knew now that life wasn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It was about living fully in each one. But that lesson had come too late. We all get caught up in chasing success, thinking we have endless time. We tell ourselves, "I'll enjoy life later, after I've achieved this or that." But the truth is, time doesn't wait. The moments we think we'll have tomorrow might never come. Life is happening right now, and if we keep putting off the things that matter, we risk losing them. Don't wait for the perfect time to live. Make time for the people you love, embrace the present, and live fully today, because tomorrow is never promised.